In this lecture, we are going to work on payment controller. For that, inside this backend, we have already created controller folder inside which we are having orders, product, user, and now we are going to create for payment controller. I will give the file name as payment controller.js. Inside this, whatever instance we have created in server.js, we have already exported it. Now I'm just going to import that instance. Import, here I will be writing instance from server.js, and we are using ESM. So here we will be passing .js. Now below this, I'm just going to create the controller. Directly, I'm just going to export. Function name, I will pass process payment is equal to handle async error. This handle async error will be imported. Inside this, I will pass async, then request response, and then open this function. Okay, multiple times. In this way, we have created functions for product, user, and order. So in exact same way, I'm just going to create for payment. Now inside this, I will be creating one variable options, and for this I'm just going to assign object. Inside this, I will be passing this amount property, and for this I will be passing 10,000. So whenever we are working with Razorpay, we will always work with smaller currency data. So here I have passed 10,000, and this will be displayed in paise, and in rupees it will simply be 100 rupees. So in this way I will be passing amount. Then next I will be creating the property currency, and I will be working on INR. Okay, accordingly whatever currency you want, you can easily pass that currency. And if you're working with dollars, then whatever value we give, it will be in cents, but in INR it will be in paise. Now below this, I'm just going to create the order. I will be writing await, and whatever instance we have created, from there we will access this orders, and on this orders we will apply this create method, and inside this we will pass this complete options. So using all these values, it is just going to create the order for us. And once the order is created, for each and every order, we will have order ID. And using that order ID, we will be able to find the orders. And this entire value, I'm just going to assign to the variable orders. Okay, very simple. From this instance, we will access this orders, and from there, we will access create method. So using this, we are calling Razorpay's API so that we can create new order on our server. Then finally, after creating this, I'm just going to send the response.status, status code 200, JSON method, and inside this, I will be passing success to be true, and then whatever order we have created, that order I will be passing in response. So using our Razorpay API, we are creating the order, and whatever order we have created, that order we are sending inside the response. After creating controller, next we have to create the route. So inside this routes folder, I will be creating payment routes.js. And also I'm just going to open order routes. From here, first thing we have to import express, copy and paste. Second, we have to access this router. I will copy and paste. And finally, we have to export router. Copy and paste. Okay. In this way, we will import router. We will access this router, and then simply we are just going to do default export of a router. And below this, I'm just going to define the route. So here I will be passing router.route. I will give the route as payment process, and here I will be doing post request, and if the user is logged in, only then we can access the route. So here I will pass this verify user auth, hit enter, this will be imported, and here I will be passing .js. And if the user is logged in, only then we can proceed with the next function. So here, next I will be passing this process payment. It entered, process payment will be imported. So this is our route, payment slash process. And if the user is logged in, only then I will be moving to next function in the middleware. First, we have created the controller. Then we have passed the routes. After this, we have to import this router in app.js. I will open app.js, copy. Now I will be passing payment. Above this, I'm just going to import that router. Copy. Here I will be passing payment. Okay, we have done default export of router. So while importing, we can pass any name. And inside this, I will be passing payment routes.js. Okay, that's it. Controller routes and just import this router. Once complete setup is done, open Postman. From here, I will open my folder which I have created for the project. I will be adding new folder. I will change the folder name to payment. And from this order, I will copy this and inside this, I'm just going to paste. Now this is our post request. And here after V1, what I have to pass, let me come here. Inside this payment route, I'm having this route. I will copy and inside this, I'm just going to paste. After passing this complete route, I will click on send. My request is sent. I am having status code as 200. Open this. Now you can see inside the response, I am having success through. My order is created and I am having this value and this will be in paysafe. Then what time it is created? Currency is INR and inside this you can see I am having order ID for which I am having one value. So using this order ID, we will be able to find the orders. So using this Razorpay API key, successfully we are able to create our orders. But now what we will do, manually we will not be passing this amount. Instead, whatever total amount user is having in the front end, that amount they are going to pay. So here remove this. From where we will access amount, we will access from body. So here I will be passing request dot body and from body we are just going to access amount. And whatever amount we are having, that amount we have to convert to paise. So here I'm just going to multiply with 100 and this entire result I will wrap inside parenthesis and then I will be using number function. So my entire value has to be converted to number. So I will be passing number function. Now I will come to Postman. Now inside this body, let me just decrease the size. Here I will be selecting raw. Now inside this, I have to pass object. Here I will be passing amount. Amount I will be passing 1000. And this 1000 will be multiplied by 100. And then final amount will be passed here. I will click on send. Now you can see 1000 is multiplied by 100 and this will be my result. So in this way, from user, we are going to access the amount. I will click on save. Inside this payment, I'm just going to save this route. Here, I will be writing payment process.